So my name is Kim Mozingo, and I'm a program manager with the Maryland Defense Technology Commercialization Center. Joining me today is Dr. Gary Evans and Griffin St. Louis. Gary is the director of the program, and Griffin is also a program manager. So we're fortunate in our state that this is a program, like I said, of the Maryland Department of Commerce, and we're fortunate that the Department of Commerce recognized that there was a gap, that the businesses in the state weren't necessarily accessing the technologies in the labs. So before I say everything there is to say about DefTech, because I am a little bit in love with the program, I'm going to introduce you now to Dr. Gary Evans, who is kind of one of the innovators that got this whole thing off the ground. Morning, Gary.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And can you tell us a little more about DefTech and why we're so awesome and how we help businesses grow?
Sure. So just to go back to what you were saying, DefTech is an initiative of the Maryland Department of Commerce, and it is funded in part by the Federal Economic Development Administration, but it's also supported by 13 partner organizations that we have around the state who contribute funds and in-kind support to the program, and we are hugely appreciative of the support that they give us. Very briefly, as Kim said, the purpose behind DefTech is to try and help Maryland-based companies access the resources that are available in the DoD research labs in Maryland. And that could mean patents. We've heard quite a bit about people licensing patents in one form or another. But it can also mean a lot of other arrangements, which some of the speakers touched on, including cooperative R&D agreements and other forms of contract that allow companies to engage with the labs and make use of the facilities and the equipment and the expertise that's available through them. There are a vast number of highly qualified technical specialists within the various DoD labs in Maryland, tens of thousands of them literally, and their expertise spans an unbelievably wide range of technical areas, and so they're a phenomenal resource to call on. So we do three things. The first thing we do is try to raise awareness that these resources are there, because most people don't realize that they are. And so we conduct events like this, we go out and we meet with people one-on-one, we speak at other people's events, just to get the word out that these resources are available and raise people's awareness. The second thing we do is to provide, as much as we can, some educational content. We don't have the resources to run full educational programs, but with events like this, we try to convey some useful information, give people some background, and make contact with them so that if people are interested, if you're interested, you can contact us and learn more, both about what the resources are that are available from the labs and how you can actually access them. And Griffin, who's on the line, does a phenomenal job of searching the available patents from the Maryland DoD labs and helping companies explore if there are any existing patents that may be relevant to their business. And the final thing that we do is we facilitate the process of helping companies engage with the labs. As you will have heard, the tech transfer folks in the labs are extremely knowledgeable, extremely approachable, and very good at what they do. But by way of, in part, the fact that it's part of the Department of Defense, people don't necessarily feel that they might be accessible, or they may feel that there's a lot of administrative hurdles that they have to get over to be able to establish a relationship. And we just help with that process. Mostly, actually, those things aren't really true, but in any case, we help people find the right lab, find the right scientists, work with the tech transfer offices, and try to arrive at a way forward which is of value to both the military and the company. So that is, in a nutshell, what we do. At the moment, our focus is primarily on the 3 labs at Aberdeen Proving Ground, which, as we've heard, are CBC, the Army Research Lab, and what used to be the Communications and Electronics Group and is now called C5ISR. And at Fort Detrick, Barry's Group, MRDC, and at Fort Meade, the NSA as well. And so that's our footprint. But in actual fact, we will help anybody find and engage with any of the DoD research labs within the state if that's the right place for them to go to. So there you go, Kim. I think that was probably about 3-5 minutes. So that's the 30,000 foot view of things.
That was great. Thank you. So one of the things that I will just share with everyone is that we do have, I'm starting to lose count, but right around 50 client businesses that we have supported with DefTech. And we've done 2 surveys of them just to ask 4 short questions, ask about how we're doing, if they found the time with us useful. And overwhelmingly, we get a really good response to that. So one of the things that business owners or the technical people in their organizations appreciate is that DefTech will go out and learn about their company, learn about what their current challenges are, and then sort through nearly 2,000 patents that are available in the DoD labs here in the state of Maryland. And as Gary mentioned, we have had companies outside the state that have asked for our support, and we've done that if they're licensing something from one of our Maryland labs, because this is a Maryland program. But that is just for us to take the time to do that. Larger companies sometimes have their own internal people that are looking at patents on a regular basis. And because, it's challenging to keep up with who's doing what, we do that on behalf of companies. So the feedback we've gotten is that that's a massive time saver for them. And then just walking them through the very messy and sometimes complex process of getting to the point where they're licensing something. So just a couple things too to wrap up is that I think Gary mentioned some of the companies don't actually want to license technology. That may be the entry into working with the federal lab, finding out what they've got available or learning about their equipment that's available for use, or the scientists that they could work with, and they enter into different agreements. So thank you again. Have a great day.